We're in the 21st century, 2020 to be specific. Since 1970, we've invented Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the iPhone, Rubik's Cubes, and lots more. So what if I told you that sports viewership has taken a step back and the ratings are just as low as they were in 1970? That's right, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, sports were being viewed the same as they are today. And why is that? We're going to talk about that in this video today. Welcome to True Business Review. This is Mike here today, and we're going to take a deep dive into why sports ratings as a whole are diving down. Now, I consider myself a NASCAR fan, and I have been ever since Matt DiBenedetto led the most races at Daytona. I picked him to win the race at Daytona. I bet on him, actually, and it was cool because he led the most laps. So, as a fan, it sucks to see that NASCAR ratings are destroyed. At New Hampshire last week, the ratings took a hit on the fullest sports weekend since March. Obviously, there were so many other sports on, but it was the lowest ratings ever seen. In addition, at Kansas in July 25th, it was the most least watched Cup race on any network since 2001. The previous low was 1.5 million viewers, and there was 1.4 million viewers. Now, Kansas, it might not be the best track in terms of Cup Series races, but if you look at the playoff bubble, the NASCAR playoff bubble is really close, really intense, so you would think that there would be a lot of NASCAR fans viewing it, right? Well, no. The NASCAR races have been record low viewership. Another sport I'm really into, the MLB. The MLB viewership is declining as well. The Yankees, at the point of this research, the Yankees were 7-1, which was debatably the best record in the league at that point, besides the Dodgers, who were in contention. So the Yankees were one of the best teams in the league, so you would think that everyone would want to see them win games, right? Well, the Yankee Network, YES, their ratings were down 10% as compared to last year. The best team in the league, their network was down 10% in terms of ratings. Now, why was that? The next league we're going to be talking about is the NBA. Out of all the teams and sports on here, the NBA ratings are the worst by far. Dating from the start of the season, ratings for broadcast of NBA games have nosedived to levels perhaps not seen since the 1970s. So there's 22 teams that are still in the bubble in Orlando, and many of these games are being carried by national network partners, ESPN, ABC, and TNT, stuff like that. But national television viewership for the NBA games have nosedived 12% since the end of the season compared to 2018-2019. That's crazy, a 12% dive. At the time, ABC ratings were down 16%. That's the network that carries the finals. And TNT viewership down 13% and ESPN down 10%. A big failure for the NBA. And, you know, we could get more specific. The talk shows that talk about specifically the NBA, First Take and PTI, Around the Horn, and The Jump, these talk shows all are destroyed in terms of ratings as well, perhaps even worse than the actual NBA ratings themselves. Alright, so the NBA, the MLB, and NASCAR ratings are all down. What do all of these sports have in common? The one thing is politics. You look at the NHL, and the NHL is attracting the largest audiences of the season on cable. The Wednesday Canadian Penguins NHL Stanley Cup qualifying game, round 3, averaged 575,000 viewers on NBCSN, which was the 6th most watched game of the NHL season, even before the bubble, including that. So the NHL is posting the best numbers they've seen all year, whereas these other sports aren't. And the one main difference, the NHL is a lot less politically active in terms of what's going on in the world. So I think it's just that people don't want to see politics when they're watching sports. You want to turn on the TV and you want to see sports being played. You don't want to see anything else. And that's why the NBA, MLB, and NASCAR have been, seeing some slipping in the viewership. There it is. You guys are up to date on how the ratings are for all of these sports. Hopefully something changes and all the ratings are going to go back up, because I think that the NFL viewership is going to be going down as well for the similar reasons, unless they take a stance similar to the NHL, more of a hands-off approach. But that's just my personal opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys subscribe, and there it is.